Could you be so heartless? No one man to have all that. I'm a sick, I like a quick.
All day, every day. And I've been getting really busy with apostles too. Like some lady in the Philippines just reached out to me with some apostle work, and I ended up charging her $600. She paid me. She paid me.
Hold on. What she wanted you to do?
So she needs something like with a divorce decree that's out here. I believe she's American.
She needs you to pull the information from the courthouse.
Yep. And my partner right now, as we speak, is on her way to San Bernardino County to go pull the information from the courthouse.
And it's only one document?
Is that a good price? I see I see where you go.
Oh, wait, hold up now. Is it one document?
It's just one.
All right. And she needs you shipped to the Philippines, I'm assuming, after the apostille?
Yep.
All right, cool. That's good. All right.
Okay.
Good job.
Secure that bag, baby.
Yeah, I was going to say, wait, hold up now. Let's talk about this because we need to renegotiate. You know, there was an inflation or something, though. But yeah, that's cool. See, that was $695, one document. And she ain't even doing the work. She going to work, y'all. Y'all tripping.
It's literally one document. That's all she needed. And I don't know how she found me. I'm gonna ask her. Real nice lady, Abigail, sent over my invoice. She paid it, and yeah.
Ching, now we can get to work. That's what it was. So and so what you have to do, what is it, like the $60 now to pull the records or something like that? Don't they do the copies or something like $45? It's a whole bunch of shenanigans at the court. But anyway, I ain't even being all your business.
It's something.
Let me stay out of your business.
No, it's something. Yeah, I think it's like 45. And I know like the apostle.
Yeah.
I mean, yeah, for the copy. But you know, I didn't know what to charge because I never had a request like that from somebody from the Philippines. Usually I get a lot of like local orders. So I didn't know like what to charge.
No, that's a perfect price because you have to pay your courier on your behalf. The only thing I would say is make sure your courier tells them that it's for the purpose of apostille. So they need to stamp the back of that decree on each page, the deputy clerk, to make sure that clears.
Okay. Yeah.
Other than that, you're in good shape.
The carrier is my partner, like my life partner, Selena. So it's all coming to the same household. So
okay. Well, that don't mean nothing. That don't mean nothing. Y'all still charge. You know, that's what I'm saying. Don't discount just because y'all in the same house. That means nothing. This is the price. Now, how y'all split your money is your business, but this is what it costs. They ain't in your household, so you don't worry about discount for them. You stay within. And so just you think of it like this. Selena is an employee when she's working for you. Y'all like partner or not, she's an employee when she's working for you. You have to pay her fairly. So don't let that discourage you from charging your actual work.
Right.
Monique got me laughing my ass off. She was like, holy shit, one paper?
Yeah.
One paper. Let me show y'all this. Let me show y'all this little funky ass paper. Excuse me. The little funky ass paper. Little paper. Like this ain't. Oh, can y'all see that? No. Okay. Y'all can see it. We'll see. This little paper. It's so raggedy. It's like it ain't even impressive.
It's not
so raggedy. Like it's something they printed out. They literally printed out on the printer. Like, are y'all serious right now? But this is what they require. And you know what I'm saying? Like, it's so right. Y'all look at it. Some people look at it like, is this it? This is it.
We got the most, like ours is the most ugliest out of everybody. Some people's are not.
California's so tacky. They so tacky. They used to have a nice little cute seal on there, made it look at least like, you know, official. When you didn't charge people money, you go back with these little printed out papers. They looking like, did you do this shit yourself? You know what I'm saying?
Look, Cam, and that's a good point because I had this one client, she needed to use it in Mexico. I kid you not. She hit me back up after I dropped off the apostille tour and stuff. She was just like, is this the right thing? Because she did a little Google search and she was seeing the ones with the pretty little seal and whatnot and so forth. And I told her, I was like, no, they don't do that no more. This is it. But
this is what you tell her from now on. Tell her, say, you see that number that's in, I think, box 7 or 8. You go to the Secretary of State, type it in, and it'll show you that I've done my job. Then you hang up on that ass.
Yeah. And that's what I did eventually tell her. I was like, look at the bottom of the paper. It's some instructions on how you can verify if it's authentic or not. Enter that number. But I was like, but you're right. People think it is something fancy, and ours is not fancy at all out here.
Nah. And it's not fancy anywhere. Don't get me wrong. Like the federal apostille, they got a little nice paper on it, but I mean, other than that, it's like, so I looked at one, it was a typo. And I'm like, are y'all serious? Like, and y'all take y'all 3 weeks to turn this shit and it got a typo. But hey, run me my money. That's all I was talking about. Like, that's not my business.
Thank you so much. I'll definitely reach out to you to see what I can purchase from you. You know.
I
Thank you
appreciate
so
that.
much
But
for
send me the date. Send me the dates for the 27th. Make sure you do that so I can make plans for that, please.
Okay, I'll send it later on today.
Thanks, Ray.
Okay.
You're welcome. Thanks, guys.
Have a good day.
You too.
So I will say, Cam, that her event that I saw was lit. It was nice. Like really,
okay.
I mean, it was so on some excellence type stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
yeah.
she knows what she's doing. And she might even have some event planning background.
Well, I'm gonna talk with her because me and Tech.
Due to the massive impact social media and technology are having on the notary industry, the rise of the smart notary is in full effect. Are you prepared for the inevitable changes, or will you become obsolete? Nationwide notary agency owner Tiger Toledo shows you exactly how to leverage opportunities that currently exist. Through real-life examples, personal stories, insight, and examples, Tiger shares how he took his small one-man traveling notary service to a nationwide success using the same technology available to you. Rise of the Smart Notary will teach you how to take advantage of today's opportunities. Provide strategies and tips for using social media. Breakdown of the traditional way versus the new way of doing business. How you can exploit the opportunities that exist today. Tiger will also teach you how to work smarter, not harder. Explain top mistakes notaries make with their business. Provide immediate steps you can take towards success. Grab your copy today. It will change.
It was such a pleasure when you reached out to me. I was like, oh, me? You talking to me? So I'm excited to be here. I'm excited to share with your team. So my name is Tanika. That's why they say Coach T. I'm from Brooklyn, New York, but I live in Georgia. I've been here for maybe about 13 years, but I've always been a notary. I just, at the beginning of the time when I was a notary, I didn't know that you can do anything but be at your job and stamp some documents. So that's kind of how I started, until I started teaching myself and learning along the way, finding people doing different things. And it was like, oh, you can do more than just this, right? But of course, you can't do it if your job is paying for it. So you have to do things on your own. So, it took me a while to kind of step out of that and be comfortable enough to get away from that employee mentality and turn it into something that I can do on my own. But nevertheless, I'm here. I'm excited to be here. I actually been a notary since 2009.
Okay.
It's been a long time. But I didn't really step into this whole, boss business thing until maybe 2019.
Nice.
Yep,
So what do you specialize in exactly?
So I actually specialize in mobile notary and notary signing agent work. So I do the transition. So you start with the notary work, of course, because you can't do notary signing agent work without being a notary. And then I step into the notary signing agent. So it's kind of like a two-step process with me. So that's pretty much where my specialty lies. I've studied so much about being a notary and what it takes and the laws that I ended up starting to study everybody else's state, not just mine. So that's how I was able to make it global. And the good thing that when I started following you and tech, for that matter, I noticed you both guys talk a lot about automation. So that's what caught my attention. And it was just like, yes, that's where I'm going with it. And so sometimes you have to take that and learn how to, hear what other people have to say and kind of collaborate with other people, learn their techniques or just get some ideas from them. And that's how I started following you guys, because it's like, okay, I'm only one person, but I'm learning everybody else's state. Like, it's got to be more to this. It's got to be more to me just being right here in Georgia. Especially since I'm from New York, because then people reaching out to me from New York like, hey, and I'm like, well, I'm actually in Georgia.
Right.
Oh, so you can't help me here? I can. So
however,
right, exactly. So it made me do the stretch and got me out of my own comfort zone, because not only am I learning Georgia laws, it was challenging me to know just globally what you have to do as a notary. So I became really good at having classes that have a diverse. And so it would be a class full of people from Cali, Virginia, Detroit, New York, Texas. And so it helped me grow as well. But nevertheless, I specialize in teaching notaries as a whole, so that we're not getting caught up in this loophole with going to jail or getting charged for things or not knowing what we need.
Now that's really interesting, because Georgia is an attorney state, and anytime I'm talking to notaries in Georgia, there's a high level of fear there, because it's like, oh my God, I could get in trouble for this. I could get in trouble for that. How do I charge for this? How do you navigate around that to actually make money? Because the Georgia laws technically doesn't allow you to make any bread.
Oh, I love this question, because you don't understand what my DMs look like, and I start to ignore
Notary Secrets, how to make more money without working more. During this free webinar, Tiger Toledo reveals how you can attract more clients with cutting-edge ways to market your notary business. You'll learn how to develop the right mindset, how to create passive income as a notary, and about how to start a notary agency. He will also show you how to build a profitable notary business on a shoestring budget. Plus, why it's tougher than ever before to reach prospects, and what you can do about it. The #1 skill separating great notaries from their peers. 3 reasons it's hard to learn how to become a successful notary public. And how you can use my SmartNet system to make way more money than you are today. Register today.
You set the price. So some people don't know how to figure that out. How do you figure out what my time is worth? And there's steps to figure that out as well.
Matter of fact, let's ask everybody on here now. Who on here on this Notary War Room is brand new to the game? Type in 1 if you're brand new to the game. If like you've never notarized not one piece of paper yet. Type in 1. Type in 2 if you have done some notarizations and you do have some skin in the game. And type in 3 if you're a damn expert. God damn, the 3s came in quick. I was waiting for you to say that. Woo, them threes are like, woo, zoom. Okay. We got ones. We got quite a few ones, and then we have a lot of threes, and then a few twos. Okay. So let me ask you guys, and let's be honest, you don't have to put in a number or how much you get paid, but in your heart of hearts, do you feel that you are underpriced when you are selling your services? Type in yes or no. Okay. And thank you for being honest too. Shout out to you, Jamie, Tamara. Erica says yes. Michelle says yes. Elvis says it. God, Lee. Melinda says yes. Everybody says yes.
Yeah.
So that's a problem.
That is a problem.
That's a problem. We need to fix that.
But I would have said the same thing, a year ago, a year and a half ago. I probably would have said the same thing. Yeah. I think my services are underpriced. Yeah.
It's going to come down to like we won't be able to dive in deeper with that, but I just wanted to ask that question because like by you guys typing that in to this chat right here, you're acknowledging that, hey, you should be charging more. You should be getting paid more for your services, especially if you are doing real estate documents, right?
Oh, goodness.
Especially if you're doing real estate documents. But that is a different conversation. Again, if you guys want to join me for the 4-week live interactive workshop, you could just go to stampingfordollars.com and then type in the coupon code RISE to 2021. RISE 2021. So real quick, so Tech, you really don't talk to your clients anymore, like to book the appointments.
All right. So I'm going to go back to that one point you said, because the real estate documents, right?
Yeah.
All right. So most notaries that I've encountered and most notaries that I've seen, they get their appointments through these signing services. Maybe a few of them go directly to the title companies, and that's probably a better way to go about it. But nonetheless, there is a need for these signing services because they give you appointments. Now, what happens when that appointment's over? Because those signing services, to be perfectly honest, right, you know this, they're just going for the lowest bidder, right? If you're doing it for $75, they're gonna go to you. If you're gonna do it for 90, you're gonna agree to that, it'll go for you, right? So I saw how that was being played out, and okay, it's good in the beginning, but when I would get my clients privately, I noticed that there was a difference. First of all, they agreed to higher prices, right? Because they understood what was on the other side of that notarization. You might have $100 million. Grandma might have left you $600 million somewhere, and you understand that I need to get this document notarized that proves that I'm a U.S. citizen and that I am this descendant of this person, so that I can get the $600 million, right? Would you pay $5,000 for a notary if you knew you're gonna get $600 million?
Hell yeah, I wouldn't even blink.
Wouldn't even blink. And you know what? That happens all the time. So some people are aware of this, some people are not aware of this. So that happens, right? And now there's people who also they have continuous work done, right? You have attorneys, you have gas companies, you have construction companies, you have even private entrepreneurs who constantly need notarizations done. Maybe once a week, 2 or 3 times a month. So what I've done is, again, if you're already smart in whatever you do, you're knowledgeable, you have intellect in what you do, you'll probably, chances are, be good at that if you went to another industry, right? And so what I did was started applying that same level of service, that same level of customer cares, that same level of attention to the notary business that I did in medicine, right? So if I see that there's a person who has a continuous need, I'll form a relationship with them, a partnership. And what I do is I give them a specific link, their own personal link. I say, listen, hey, Tiger, man, I see that you've got this construction company or you've got this heating and air conditioning company. You guys constantly need these notarizations in order to do your repairs and do your digging. Listen, eliminate all, you don't have to go to UPS store. You don't have to Google every single time. Here's a link. This goes directly to me. I'm the person who answers this. When you need services, hit this link. If you need something emergency last minute, you're up at 11 o'clock at night and you think it's too late, go into the go hit this link, boom, it goes directly to me. You need it for 8 o'clock tomorrow morning, I'm there. You don't have to talk to anybody. You don't have to call. You don't have to see who's available. You don't have to leave voicemails. You don't have to, I go to signers' houses and this is feedback as well. They'll tell me.
On a beautiful late spring afternoon, 10 years ago, 2 young men graduated from the same college. They were very much alike. These 2 young men both had been better than average students, both were personable, and both as young college graduates were filled with ambitious dreams for the future. Recently these men returned to their college for their 10th reunion. They were still very much alike. Both were happily married. Both had 3 children. And both, it turned out, had gone to start their own notary business in the Midwest. But there was a difference. One of the men was a solopreneur running all the notary appointments himself, and the other had a nationwide notary agency. What made the difference? Have you ever wondered, as I have, what makes this kind of difference in people's lives? It isn't a native intelligence or talent or dedication. It isn't that one person wants success and the other doesn't. The difference lies in what each person knows and how he or she makes use of that knowledge. And that is why I am writing to you about the Notary Cashflow Academy. For that is the whole purpose of the Academy, to give its members knowledge that they can use in business. Every month the Academy releases specific information of interest and significance to notary business-minded people. These videos include workshops, live interviews, worksheets, checklists, and overviews that can help notaries cash flow their business regardless of the current condition of this fast-moving world. Knowledge is power. In the Academy, we will share with you priceless information, strategies, and tactics to either help you avoid costly mistakes and pitfalls for generating countless leads to stimulate your business. A money-saving subscription. Put our statements to the proof by subscribing for the next month for just $97. This is among the shortest subscription term we offer and a perfect way to get acquainted with the Academy. Or you may prefer to take advantage of our Better Buy lifetime, all-inclusive access for $997. You save over $167 in the first year and never have to pay another dime. Simply choose the Cashflow Secrets course and select the payment option that works best for you. You have a 30-day money-back guarantee and may cancel your monthly subscription at any time. If you feel as we do that this is a fair and reasonable proposition, then you will want to find out without delay if the Notary Cashflow Academy can do for you what it is doing for thousands of notary professionals. So please, confirm your order and get instant access to the Notary Cashflow Academy courses immediately. As for those 2 college classmates I mentioned earlier, in the beginning, they graduated from college together and got started in the notary business world. So what made their lives in business different? Knowledge. Useful knowledge. And its execution. An investment in success. I cannot promise you that success will be instantly yours if you enroll in the Notary Cashflow Academy. But I can guarantee that you will find the Academy always interesting, always reliable, and always useful. Happy stamping.
Or friend, he shows me this stuff. So what I'm doing with this Notary War Room, I want to show you guys, I'm laying out the blueprint of what I've done to be successful as a notary and building a nationwide notary agency in a very, very short period of time. And a lot of it has to do with Donnie Bryant teaching me about sales copy. So there was something that you taught me. It was enter the conversation that the person is having in their mind. I believe that's what it was like.
Yeah, right.
That they're already having, right?
Yeah.
Now,
right.
Can you unpack that a little bit?
Yeah, I mean, that's actually, if we go way old school, that's a quote from a book. I don't remember which book it is now, But anyway, the whole idea is in order, because everybody's having a conversation in their own mind. We're doing it right now. Donnie's got, boogers in his nose, whatever it is. We're all thinking about our own thing. And if you want to get someone's attention, the easiest way to get their attention and then get that attention and where you can direct it into action is for you to get in on the conversation they're already having. Now, I put it in Lauryn Hill / Roberta Flack terms, and I say we're killing them softly with their own song, because we got to know what's important to them. We got to know what they're thinking about. We got to know what they're trying to accomplish as it relates to your business. We don't necessarily have to know, about something that we're not going to help them with.
Right.
But as a notary, what are they thinking about when they're, in the way that you can help them? How do you get in on the conversation they're already having? And it depends on your niche, depends on the particular service that you're going to do. But what are they already thinking about? What are the pains and frustrations that they're going through? And then you just talk to them about the thing they're already thinking about, the feeling that they're already feeling. You just hijack the train that's already in motion instead of saying, "Hey, stop. Let's talk about notary. Let's talk about."
Yes. So I'll give an example of what that looks like in the notary business from what you've taught me, right? So a lot of you guys know that I specialize in power of attorneys, right? So what I would do to enter in the customer's mind, the conversation that they're having, right? I'll write something. And again, like with technology, the way it is, you can get a real cheap microphone like this, and you can voice type whatever you're saying and do it instantly, right? So I would type up something like, did your mom just come out of the hospital? And she has been diagnosed and is bedridden now. Is it hard for her to get around, right? To take care of her daily routines and chores and visit the bank and stuff? Well, you may need a power of attorney. Why don't you give us a call? Maybe we can help out. You see how that's different than click here. Hey, I'll be your notary. Like, come, give me all your documents. I'll print them out myself. It's a completely different beast, ladies and gentlemen. This is something that allows you to reach people on a massive level, which is convincing them to want to trust you, right? You're building trust because you understand their situation, what they're going through. You can kind of relate to what they're, and you're offering them a solution.
Is that my video? Yeah, man. I mean, I think that's a great analogy, great illustration, because if someone's in that position, and a lot of people are,
yes,
you tell a story about, you could ask the question, but you could also say, hey, Thomas's mother just came out of the hospital, and you got a nice picture of the situation, and the story's like, ooh, what's going on with that? Because I'm going through the same thing right now. And they're in the story just like a movie trailer. Like, they're reading it and seeing themselves in it. And so there's no sales resistance. How could there be? You're not selling anything. You're just telling a story, and it's the story that they're living. Yeah. You're reading their diary to them and saying, this is what's going on here. And then Thomas figured it out, though, how to help his mother out. So
I'm not on that level yet.
You're a bad man, no question about it.
I'm working on it, but that Thomas story, you just have me like, I was like, oh shit, what's going on with Thomas? And you just made it up. That's how fucked up it is, man. Like, damn. But yeah, okay. So for a person that never been exposed to copywriting, like, what are some 3 fundamentals that can just get their mind moving in the right direction? Like, what could they start doing?
Yeah, one of the things that you should start doing is looking closely at what Tiger Toledo was doing. This is really seriously. The way that any of us learn best, is by looking at what's working in the real world. You can read books, and that's cool. Nothing wrong with that. I read a lot of books. But books are just books. I want to see what's making money right now. what's moving the masses right now. And so, but also, following Tiger, I mean, obviously you follow him, but paying attention and not just reading to get the information, but dissect what he's doing and say, why did Tiger say this? Why did Tiger put that there? Why did Tiger do that? Because Tiger has a strategy for what he's doing, even if he tells you he doesn't. A lot of times he's I mean,
mobile or otherwise, she will be there. And that's what I'm trying. That's what I'm researching. That's why I'm here. That's why I was so glad when I saw Tiger's email about join this notary. And I just looked, it's just, the blessing of the universe that I was able to get connected into his to be able to be here. So I'm grateful to each and every last one of you because I'm here to learn. Okay, and I'm like a sponge. I just want you to know that if you say something, I'm going to write it down and I'm going to use it later. Whether I can use it now or not, I'm going to put it on the shelf and then I'll take it down when I really need it. So, and if you need help with research, feel free to check this with. I just told you I'm good at that. So thank you guys. Thank you so much, Tiger. Thank you both, Don. Thank you.
Thank you, Alpha. And this is what I want to offer you. If you are serious about wanting to grow your business, in your research, look for things that are going to grow your business for you. Look for things that are going to take you down the road you want to go in. So any type of online free things where you can post, you want to get registered, you want to get signed up. That's where you start. Start with everything that's not going to cost you nothing and work those things to your advantage. And then once you kind of get that going, move on to the next thing and do lower tier paid things. But don't be afraid to get out, go to UPS stores, go to the banks. You can do all kinds of things for yourself to help lead you in the direction that you want to go in. And I just want to leave one last thing with you, Alpha. Don't forget to always give yourself grace when it comes to business. Sometimes things don't take off the way that we envision it going. And we're like, I have this great product here. I'm fabulous. What's going on? Take your time and know that it does take time to build to where you have that constant, monthly flow of income that you can count on.
Love that. Hey, Alpha, also, since you're researching people, those charges got dropped to a misdemeanor, okay? And those people did not show up.
What?
They did not show up to the courthouse, okay? They didn't show up. I don't know why. You know what I mean? Who has any questions? Who's next, you guys? These are great questions, by the way. I love it. Hey, Dawn, I hope you was ready for this rapid fire because they're coming. They're coming.
I'm ready.
I love them.
I'm ready.